Hello, and welcome to my full predictions video for NXT The Great American Bash 2023. I've not been keeping up massively with NXT in terms of actually watching week in, week out, but I know vaguely what's going on, so let's see how I do with some predictions, shall we? Let me know your predictions in the comments, and what you agree and disagree with once I've made my predictions. And leave a like and subscribe if you're new here, it'd be greatly appreciated. So, the first match is going to be on the pre-show, and it's an 8-person mixed tag team match, which is Dragon Lee, Nathan Fraser, Yulisa Leon, and Valentina Feroz versus the Meta 4, which is Noam Dar's new stable with Oro Mensah, Jakara Jackson, and Lash Legend. I don't know, toss a coin. Metaphor, they've got a name. Also, doesn't Nathan Fraser currently have the Heritage Cup? So maybe one of the men could beat him and get a match for that, or a rematch, I think, in Noam Dar's case. Something along those lines. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Next, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I don't know why they've had to call him Dirty Dom. Against Wesley, against Mustafa Ali, in a triple threat match for Dominic Mysterio's newly won NXT North American Championship. I think this might either play into the Judgment Day angle of the being trouble in paradise for them, or it also could have just been like a little bit of a short-term thing to give Dominic his first title reign, maybe create some intrigue around NXT, with Judgment Day being one of the premier acts on Raw at the moment. So I don't think this title run is a long one for Dom. The thing is, there's the story between Wesley, Mustafa Ali, and Tyler Bate as well, so I'm wondering if they all get in each other's way and Dom retains here. But I'm actually going to predict a title change. I'm going to say they're going to put the title... I want to say back on Wesley, but something about Mustafa Ali is calling out to me as this is what they might do. I'm going to say Wesley, but honestly, I feel like this could go any one of the three ways. Wesley and Mustafa Ali can get in each other's way, or Tyler Bate can get involved, and somehow Dom sneaks out with a win. Or Judgment Day shenanigans can distract Dominic, building that story of the trouble in paradise. And causing one of the challengers to win, and then between the challengers it's a coin flip, because either would make sense and would allow that story that involves Tyler Bate to continue. Hopefully Tyler Bate gets back involved. So I'm going to go Wesley, but I'm not confident. I'm not confident in either of my picks so far. I think that's a common theme in my predictions videos, is I'm not confident in any of them. Tiffany Stratton versus Thea Hale of Chase University in a submission match for the NXT Women's Championship. So I know Thea Hale made Tiffany Stratton tap out during her Women's Championship match, but the referee was distracted with outside interference. So that's why we've led to this submission match. It's a tricky one, this, again, because they've told us, they've handed it us on a plate that Thea Hale can beat Tiffany Stratton in this environment, which makes me think it's going to be Tiffy Stratton. Also, she's only just really started her run, but part of me also thinks they really seem to like Thea Hale, so she could actually become a really young champion. They like beating records, don't they? Would she be young enough to be the youngest NXT Women's Champion? Because if she is, she's probably going to win it. If not, then it's almost definitely Tiffany Stratton. And I don't know, and I'm not going to look it up. I'm going to go with Tiffany Stratton. They've telegraphed the fact that Thea Hale's going to win this one with the submission victory already, making a tap. So I think Tiffany Stratton's going to win somehow. Produce a new submission holdout or somewhere. I don't think it'll be a clean win, but I think Tiffany Stratton retains. Up next, Gallus versus The Family, which is Mark Coffey and Wolfgang with Joe Coffey as the champions, defending against Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo, for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Gallus. Isn't there something going on where the family there might be trouble in the family? Like, wasn't I remember watching an episode a couple of weeks ago. I think that might be the last one I watched, and someone was telling Tony that he was only in prison because of stacks or something. So I'm gonna say that plays into this somehow, whether it's true or not. And Gallus pick up the win. Up next, we've got Gable Steveson versus Baron Corbin. Poor Baron Corbin. There's no way Gable Steveson loses here. But Baron Corbin deserves more than jobbing in NXT now. But yeah, Gable Steveson absolutely wins this. Is this his actual first match? I think it's his first on like a proper event, but I'm not sure if he's wrestled on NXT TV yet. But yeah, Gable Steveson picks up the win here. Next, we have a Weapons Wild match between Roxanne Perez and Blair Davenport. I think... So, with one eye on the Women's Championship match and me picking Tiffany Stratton to retain, I think I'm going to pick Roxanne Perez here, because then she can go on to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship, potentially, having dealt with this feud with Blair Davenport. I do think Blair Davenport is perfectly capable of winning this as well. Like, I don't think this is cut and dry at all, but I'm going to pick Roxanne Perez. And finally, the NXT Championship main event. Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams defending against Ilya Dragunov. There's been a lot of rumblings of Dragunov moving up to the main roster, either to feud with Imperium or to join Imperium. I don't know how true these rumors are, but they are playing into my mindset of thinking it's probably Carmelo Hayes, and also this is kind of the era in WWE for long title reigns, and I think cutting the legs out from under Carmelo Hayes here doesn't do him any favors unless there's like immediate plans to move him up to the main roster after SummerSlam or something like that. But I think Carmelo Hayes is going to retain here, and Dragunov might be the one to head to the main roster. But we shall see. We shall see. Dragunov also had that little bit of an issue with Braun Breaker. I don't know if that could factor into it, but I'm going to pick Carmelo Hayes. So, let's run down my predictions real quick from top to bottom. I picked the Metaphor to win the pre-show 8-person mixed tag team match. Wesley to regain the NXT North American Championship. Tiffany Stratton to retain the NXT Women's Championship. Gallus to retain the NXT Tag Team Championships. Gable Steveson to beat Baron Corbin. Roxanne Perez to beat Blair Davenport, and Carmelo Hayes to retain the NXT Championship against Ilya Dragunov. Let me know in the comments what you agree with, what you disagree with, and why. Let's have a discussion. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe so you don't miss future wrestling content on this channel, including my review of this show, which, fingers crossed, will be uploaded tomorrow. But I'm working tonight, so I'm hoping I'll get a chance to watch the show live, because it's usually quite quiet by the time wrestling's on. I'm also working tomorrow night, so I'm hoping at some point in between those two shifts I feel up to recording a quick review of this show. So yeah, do subscribe. So there will be a review. I'm hoping it'll be tomorrow. Anyway, blah 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 blah. All I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been EBEZA, you've been amazing, and I will see you next time.